What's up, guys? This is episode 1 of my rapid chess climb to 2000 rating. I am 1744, and we're going to hop straight into a game. Last night I had a game, an unrated game against Redneck Chess Club. If you did not see that, go check it out. It was a pretty entertaining game. It was not a very good game, but it was wild and it was entertaining. He's another small YouTuber. He's got about 300 subscribers, so go check him out. But we're just going to hop right into this 10-minute game. I've had a few beers. I'm actually going to abort because I don't want to lose 9 rating. I want to make sure I'm going another 9 rating loss. We're just going to play it. So I am a Grünfeld player. My opponent plays d4, e3. c4, okay. And after knight c3, we're gonna get a Grünfeld. A Grünfeld with e3, which I gotta say I don't really remember the study here. If he takes, I was going to say if he takes, I could take back with the knight and then go for c5 and life would be really easy. I think we're going to play c5 instantly. I think this is what I studied. And he takes on d5, so we're going to take. Now we can transpose. If he plays e4, we're going to transpose back into the exchange variation. But I think I'll be a tempo up in that position. So life would be pretty good. And we will transpose back into that variation. Now we have some time to think here. The whole point of the Grünfeld is to pressure this d4 pawn. And then you're going to play a move like queen a5, and you're going to play a move like bishop g4 and knight c6, and you're just going to pressure this center. You want white to have the whole center, but then throwing c5 at it. Because if he ever takes on c5, this is a fork, so. I'm trying to think maybe just taking is best, but it's not, though. Let's just get this knight out. If he pushes, we will be playing. Oh, well, if he pushes, you take. Bishop b5. Okay. Now, I'm not scared of bishop takes c6 because once we take back on c6, we can trade takes and then play c5 again. So it's just more ammunition for that central break. So I think maybe queen a5 is strong. Maybe queen a5 is strong. Queen a5 is a move that you do want to play here eventually because it actually pins the pawn to the king and just threatens to take it. And it would attack the bishop. So if he takes, then we get to take back. And the pawn is pinned. Castling also looks good because he is threatening the move d5. d5 is a threat. There's also takes, maybe then takes? No, because he could take with the knight. Oh, wait a minute. Am I winning a piece? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I thought I could win a piece if I go cd4, cd4, and then throw in a check. That would be winning a piece, but I could play cd4 and then he plays bishop takes c6, take, and then he takes back. I think it's worth it anyway. I think it's worth it to try because we're going to take on c4 at some point, and he blunders the piece. That is a free bishop. The queen can transition to h5 if it so needs. I could also play the move. Ooh. Really freaky move. I could play the move queen d3 and just get right up in his grill. Because I am up a piece, so any queen trade is huge. Queen d3 just threatens 2 pawns. We're going to play queen d3. Getting castled here is going to be pretty important. Okay. He gives the pawn with check, but he's going to block with rook, obviously. I could drop back 1 square. Am I attackable? Is there some weird move he could play? I don't think I can be attacked. My next move is definitely going to be to castle. And then maybe bishop g4. I think we're done. We are attacking more pawns, but I think we're done pawn hunting. We have what we want. We're up 4 points of material. We should just be looking to convert. Get our king to safety and convert the advantage. It's very helpful that him chasing my king around is not actually so threatening. Him chasing my queen around comes with threats because he's going to waste a bunch of time and probably just lose more material. Eventually, he's going to have to not attack my queen, you know? Because funnily enough, if I want to, I can return to d8. There is no rook e5. He might just resign. Okay, he castles. So we're just going to both castle here. I think that's the best way to play. I don't need to take these pawns. You know, law of diminishing returns. When you're up material, taking more of it becomes kind of irrelevant. Bishop g4 is definitely going to be my best move. We are completely winning. We are completely winning in this position. I'm down over a minute on the clock, which is kind of annoying, but... Okay, doubles rooks. I don't see a reason not to help ourselves to another pawn. This is especially not dangerous because I can take whenever I want. And that comes with check. So a recapture, it would be forced. We can also block the rook's pressure. Do I take with the bishop? No, absolutely not. You don't take with the bishop. You take back with the queen. And I think if he takes my pawn, I have a very cute move, bishop e6. Bishop e6 is a really nice move. He can help himself to another pawn. I don't want it. I don't care. He has no good discoveries with this bishop because I can just take his queen. Further simplification helps me. I do need to smoke this rook out, actually. I think that'll be my next job, is smoking this rook out of this square. Then we're going to play to line up. Then we're going to play for an attack on that bishop. If he takes this pawn, we might actually just go rook d8 instantly. Okay. I think we can go rook d8 instantly. I think we can go rook d8 instantly. An attempt to defend this bishop. Oh, I think the game is over right now. Any attempt to defend this bishop gets hit with this move, and this pawn is pinned. And we win more material. We win even more material. This bishop is hopeless. The rook's hopeless. Everyone's hopeless. We're completely tactically winning. I'm almost caught up on time. And my opponent resigns. I almost wasn't going to play a game tonight. I recorded a whole separate video, but I really just didn't like the outcome. I'm going to re-record it at some point, probably with a script. But we should review that game, because the tactics here are awesome. I played fantastically that game. 94.9 accuracy. What do you guys know about that? Episode 1, off to a flyer. Off to a flyer. Very, very, very happy with that. I'm very, very, very happy with that. Okay, so this is the Grünfeld opening. If you guys don't know anything about the Grünfeld, I'll probably make a video talking about it, because it is my favorite opening in chess. I think it's so interesting. This is hilarious because I just said it's my favorite opening, and then the first move out of book is an inaccuracy. That's always how it goes. I have Peter Svidler's Grünfeld course, and at some point during this Barreal variation, he recommends c5. And c5 is a thematic pawn break in the Grünfeld anyway. So my opponent takes this way. My plan after d takes c was to play knight a6, and then you can't actually hold on to the pawn because b4 just hangs the pawn to the knight, and this pressure from the Grünfeld bishop against the rook becomes really powerful, so a move like knight e4 is an idea. So I thought the move would be good. He decides to take on d5, and I'll show you after the review this. Actually, I can just swap screens and show you right now. This is black is a tempo ahead to play what is called the exchange variation Grünfeld. or just better known as the main line, where then black will play it exactly like this. So, see, this is just a tempo ahead for black, because after I take, my opponent recaptures and I can play knight c6, so I actually already have everything I want. Okay, so c takes d was best, and then c takes d4 was a blunder because I can win the bishop through a fork. I thought that was very nice. It's likely that I alleviate the tension with c takes d anyway, so this move kind of sets a trap without harming my position, and he falls right for it. Queen d3 is the best move. How about that? That was a really nice looking move. Take the pawn with check, it blocks. Queen d5 is the best move. Okay, so my queen maneuvers here were nice. I like that we both just castled. Taking the knight, taking with queen. Bishop e6 is a good move. Rook a d8 is best. This game was only 20 moves. And the pin wins material. So my initial plan was to play bishop e6 to block this rook's escape home, and then to try to maneuver the queen down here and chase it away, or maybe even trap it and win it, because there might have been no way to defend it. However, I remained flexible because I also identified the ability to play this pin, right? To play with this potential pin. So I go rook a d8, and there's no way to move the bishop. There's no checks, so there's no good discoveries. You can just take the queen, and that would actually just be checkmate. So there's no sense in doing that, in moving the bishop. So I figured my opponent would play rook d2, and it's so cool. This queen on d5 pins the f pawn, so there is no f3. How sick is that? So this is a skewer, or it's a pin, and it wins material. Look at all this material that is just crisscrossing like a voodoo doll, just putting a pin in it through all of his pieces. He's got the doubled rooks, but they're helpless. They can't do anything. 2250 performance rating on that with a 95% accuracy. I'm very satisfied. The Road to 2000 series is starting pretty well, so I think with that review, I'll call it a night, and I'm glad I played a game. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.